know thing or someone that will be beneficial to you. The diplomat's injuries. While you were there, you experienced several oddities about the forest, including the complete absence of wildlife and its opposite, an overabundance of wildlife, various deformities in the trees and lakes and general surroundings, until towards the end of the day, you came across the clearing where the mushroom was marked on the map. While you were there, you found a campsite as well as a strange device that Aiden identified as being a magical ward used to keep wildlife and such in check. While he was investigating this, you were set upon by they looked like wolves, except they were severely malformed. The game ended as you slayed them and took the mushroom, which Jant now has in a small magical box given to him by the Archmage. It's evening. You've just finished. I believe Macewind said last thing that was said was we should probably have a word with that mage, and then yeah, here you are. So it's dead silent in the wake of this battle. There's various bits of gold-coloured dust floating about. The remnants of the wolves you just defeated, which is slowly being sucked back into this thing. Jant breaks the silence. Well, what the hell was that?
Magic.
Aw, the poor puppies.
Poor puppet. Okay.
Ugliest looking puppies I've ever seen. Well, we got the mushroom, but it's pretty late. Do you guys want to camp here or?
Yeah, I'm
straight.
You guys want to camp near that thing? Points near contraption.
Well, it's not that we cannot be prepared or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should establish establish a gardening. Someone should garden while everyone's sleeping, and then in the night we should take turns.
Sure, I'll do that. I'll take first watch. That thing's gonna keep. I accidentally moved the map. That thing's gonna keep me up all. That thing's gonna keep me up all night anyway, so I'll take first watch.
Right.
So it's probably about 10:30. You know, sun's been down for a while, and have you guys all gone to bed yet, or are some of you still just sitting around the campfire?
I'm sitting in the campfire.
Macewan, what would she be doing? Right. Bottle of elven ale at her feet, and writing in a leather-bound book.
All right, cool.
For until she passes out from alcohol poisoning.
Jant's maybe cooking up some roasted, rabbit or something. Actually, do you guys have any rations or anything that you guys wanna? You guys bring anything with you?
Shit.
I have rations. I can share.
Mason wouldn't bring shit.
So, Vera, what's in these rations then? Is it just trail mix, or is it actually decent stuff? I suppose it depends on you, doesn't it? So,
I think it just depends on what people's tastes are. It's probably going to be dried meats and trail mix kind of stuff, things that can survive on the road.
All right, cool. Did you buy that? Or did you just gather that stuff yourself?
I assume I gathered it myself.
Cool. So Jant sort of put his axe by his legs, and he's playing a small. He's playing a small like wood pipe, just various sort of tunes. Shit, let me roll to see how good he is actually.
Yes, let's see if he's shit.
Okay, yeah, he's not very good. It's pretty like tuneless actually. After a while, he sort of like puts it down and
I applaud enthusiastically anyway.
yeah. He smiles. So, Mason, are you off to the side actually on the thing? Are you on the campfire?
No, I'd be around the fire.
So I already spoke to Aiden in one of the bars, but what brings you guys to the Green's Wall?
Looks up from her book. Business. Yeah.
What kind of business?
Looks at Aiden because he should already know.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I was here for the party.
Where do you guys originate from originally? Where are you guys from?
Well, I'm from a village that's like south, which is like southeast of here, like 2 months travel.
Two months.
Huh?
Is it 2 months?
2 months. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's pretty far out for to go looking just for work.
Yeah, I mean, every when I go to a town, I go to the next one. You don't know where someone in each town does have work to pay for me.
Well, mercenary outfits are always good. I mean, I've been in this job for a while, and it's easy if you got someone else finding a job for you. You already met Flack back in the bar. He's kind of an ass, but I mean, it's work, isn't it? Steady pay.
Yeah.
And Lauren, actually, at the point where he says, "Find someone else finding your work for you," she kind of cringes. It's just like, oh my god. Weirdly, because she's here by force.
Does anyone notice this?
I don't know, do we?
It's up to you.
Roll up. It's up to them.
No, I'm going to be distracted by nature.
Huh. Oh yeah, I mean, it's as the night sort of goes on, this place really does like light up. I mean, you can't imagine what like the rest of the forest is like, it being in that like weird sort of half dead, half alive kind of phase. But around here, it seems like fairly just normal around this actual thing. And yeah, and you see fireflies, the fast like bits of fungi and algae sort of start glowing different colours. There's a small babbling of a stream off to your northeast, and it's actually quite nice. I mean, you look up and you can see different stars among the bats, just flitting around. Do you guys You guys want to talk about anything in particular, or do anything before you set in for the night?
Well, I think I will it's some of my it's some of my rations and take care of my sword and then go sleeping.
I'm going to ask Mason a question.
Oh God.
Go ahead.
So, do I know your name yet?
She was just kind of like this guy who like there's this woman who just tumbled out the bushes, wasn't she?
Yeah, did like before that in the mansion, did I ever get my name? I don't think I did. I think it just ran away.
Okay, we'll start there. So, what's your name?
Why does it matter? Not looking up from her book at all.
Because you kind of tumbled out of a tree and have stuck with us ever since. So, what's your name?
You can call me May.
Okay. See? Progress. So what were you doing up in that tree?
Didn't I discuss this already? I think I discussed this already.
Did we?
I don't know. Either way, like I said, I think I said, I'm here to watch you. Well, not you particularly. You and points over to Aiden. Him.
Oh, fun. Is there any particular reason why your employer thinks we're so interesting? I mean, I know we're fun.
They don't tell me that. They didn't say. They just said to keep an eye on you.
Well, I suppose if it's just an eye, then we can be okay.
Yes, let's hope it doesn't turn into a dagger. Really would hate to kill someone. Basically, actually going after both of you might be actually difficult. Goes back to writing in her book.
Alright, that's it.
So, do you guys think you think, with the diplomat being injured, it's all going to start kicking off? I mean, I'm in my job to keep this. I don't really want to be in the middle of the dwarf-elf conflict.
Wouldn't be the first, just mumbles under her breath, writing the book, wouldn't be the first war he started.
Well, hopefully if we get this mushroom back to him, they can fix him up in tip-top shape, and then we'll be out of here.
And then what would you guys do then? Actually. Mer actually asks honestly and curiously.
What, to Jant and Aiden?
Everybody.
I don't know. I'm not really one for planning. Haven't gotten that far.
Well, I suppose I'll just move on to the next town. There's always going to need... There's always going to need an even stronger guy to wield it. Looks over at you, Aiden. Like, expectantly.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't listen very well.
Yeah.
Alright then, so like, you all turn in for the night. Despite the crackling and sparking of this thing, the night does pass rather uneventfully. and you wake up fresh and ready to go in the morning. Do you guys just head straight back the way you came, or are you going to explore the woods some more?
Well,
We're kind of on a time crunch.
That
Yeah.
is true. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
you
I
are.
would suggest we go back.
yeah, we have to hurry.
I wouldn't like all my hard work to go to waste there.
Yeah.
True. Alright, so, yeah. Again, you make your way through the wood, and now that you're looking for it, you do start to, catch glimpses of other wildlife that looks like it's been somewhat deformed. In the same way as the wolves before. Birds with beaks that are too long, full of like teeth and other weird stuff. Fish with maybe like one too many eyes, and you can't help but feel that it's because it's all linked to what you saw yesterday and the altar, the ward that's there. So, and Jant says, are we gonna mention what we saw in there? Or, I mean, I don't really want to shake the boat any more than it already is.
I'll shake the boat for you.
Mason just laughs.
I mean, I definitely want to have a word with, the man who sent us out here and didn't give us a warning that the forest guard dogs might, come barking.
From what I've heard of the mage is he spends nearly all his time sitting in that tower, and he doesn't really care for much outside of it apart from his experiments.
Looked around at all the deformed animals. So experiments. Magic.
You're telling me. Amount of the times I've been blindsided by some spell thrower. Oh well. Oh, I won't say anything if you guys want to take the lead on this. Try not to drag my name in it too much. If you guys ever need anything, just, unless you really need something, don't come calling to me. And yeah, you get back, and like on your way into town from the northern thing, it's I mean, what time did you guys start? What time did you guys wake up and start going? Was it like first light or?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so it's probably about like it's probably taking you about 3-4 hours to get back. So I'm thinking it's maybe like 10 a.m. if you woke up at maybe 6. So you get back, and strangely enough, like normally it's when you left it was quite quiet apart from the sound of everyone packing up and leaving, because the town was nearly deserted anyway, but now it sounds like there's a commotion in the middle of town, like beating drums and like shouts and chanting and such.
Oh, goody. Maybe we should go check to see what's up.
Please don't be cultist. Please don't be cultist.
Even better. Right, so as you start getting there, you see some kind of like military formation, like maybe some kind of like drill or column, and as you're looking at these guys, they're there's one guy standing at the front in this fabulously sort of gilded, filigreed sort of engraved armor with this this big sort of like beautifully styled and braided just beard. It's got various sort of golden, silver, and just metal bands and such on it, and it's sort of styled in a certain shape. And behind him, like all of these like soldiers in this military formation, they're all these. They're almost the same. Maybe the armor's a bit less gold, but they sort of compensate with these like huge sort of shields, almost like the old sort of Roman shields, but like seriously thicker. Yeah. And on these, it's got various engravings of various sigils and marks of office and station. And Maceman, you actually recognise these as being dwarven stone walls.
Shit.
Raids and work among the dwarven military, and these guys they're sort of an elite group. Like they're sort of shock troopers of the dwarven kingdom, and they're pretty much their main sort of, they get their name and their main sort of prowess is because of the huge shields they carry. They can pretty much just charge in, battering anybody with these while like just under a hail of sort of attacks, and just brutally smash their way through any defences. And they seem to be engaged in some kind of like drill or formation. You look out and you see Vera. You see both Jusk, the spy, as well as the dwarf that Aiden saved. You be like conversing. You guys are pretty much like on the other side of the town. I mean, you don't have to talk to these guys if you don't want to. You can go straight to the thing, but I'm just saying that they're there.
Mira, normally just following Hiccup with Viver. God, it's still
Vera.
Viver.
Vera.
My mouth will not do it. And Aiden starts backing up and walking the opposite direction of the Stonewall people because she does not want them to recognize her or even think they recognize her.
You want to just go deliver our mushroom, and then we can go see what the party is?
Nope.
So I'll probably head to just, skirt around and see if we can go find the diplomat.
Yeah.
You know these people, Mason?
Hopefully not.
May.
Hopefully none of them know me.
Ah.
Alright, so you guys like start skirting around, and some guy just sort of like sort of barges through you guys, like just quite rudely. You just some guy. He looks kind of like a beggar, actually. He just kind of like barges through you.
Can I trip him on the way?
And
you can try. You wanna?
What do I roll to trip him?
I don't know.
That is the one thing that makes
the
harder because there's
troublemaker. Roll troublemaker.
Go.
And is that a serious background you have named
Do I add
Troublemaker?
level or no?
Yes.
No. What?
Do I add my level to this? It's D20 plus.
Yes, it's
Okay.
it's a roll plus your relevant ability modifier.
Oh no.
Oh.
Okay, so
All right.
yeah, you like try and catch his leg, and like he looks back at you, like he sort of like try and catch his leg, just like and he sort of looks at you and yanks forward with his other leg, and you sort of stumble a bit instead. But you realise, like as you're stumbling, that he thrust something into your hand as he went by, Vera. And
Oh.
it's just a small card with, on one side it's a bowler hat, and on the other side it's that the bandage, the bottle, and that tankard. You know, the one that's on the Healer's Retreat
Mhm.
tavern.
Mira's checking her pockets. She doesn't trust
Now,
this.
now,
She's
now
been
I'm actually a little
Yeah.
glad I didn't succeed.
Probably
but-
gonna actually hold on. Let me roll for this.
because Mace One's been robbed. Maryland's done the robbing, but done this kind of robbing before. She knows a pickpocket.
Okay, yeah, no, you haven't been robbed. There's no way in hell you've been robbed.
Good.
I tripped him, distracted him. He rolled a 1.
Why did he get a +3?
Yeah, definitely.
But he did roll that one. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'd say worst thief ever, but my previous rolls have not been doing me justice to my name as a thief.
I
So
mean,
oh god,
Jesus Christ!
what did
that?
you do? Satan's trying to possess your mic, I think.
All right, so you guys like sidle around. You go.
Hello.
So, hello.
I'm still here.
Hello.
Ah, yes.
Here.
Wait. Okay. That's where we want to be. Unless you guys want to go somewhere else, but I can't imagine why you would.
No, we kind of want to save the guy first.
Yeah. All right.
You
Why are these
want to
guys
save
still-
the guy. Mace One's here because
I
of
do
you.
want to save the guy.
Mace One
I
doesn't.
was told not to kill people in this mission.
Yeah, but mine ended. Now my mission is to
Mine
follow you.
So my mission is now your mission.
God damn it. Yeah, Mace One knows this and she hates it.
All right. So you guys head to the room, and you notice that the dwarf's up and around. He's got sort of this ice, this bag of ice on his head, and like he's also like in one hand he's got like this what looks to be some kind of like medicine or pain medicine, and he's just like pouring it into this like tankard of just like thick dwarven ale, and he's just sort of swigging them both. So yeah, alright. So you go to where the diplomat is, and you notice that like just the mage Frelo in there, and it's quite dark in this room actually. Like the shadows sort of like cling to the walls a bit. You guys head in. You looked up.
Absolutely.
You
Good
guys
morning,
look up.
everybody.
Fine. Mace One's gonna find herself a drink. Anything that is not
That's
dwarven.
fine. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay. Well, actually, I want to speak with.
So yeah,
with-
you walk in to where he's lying on the bed, and this smell hits you. You know, this obviously smell of just like infection and
Yeah.
And you
I
know, just sickness. And he looks up and he's like, "Do you have it?" And
We do.
Jan, yeah. So Jan sort of walks in and sets the box down on like this table here, and then sort of like backs out the room quite quickly, like putting you between him and the mage. And the mage opens it like carefully. This small, sort of nicely ornately carved box. Pulls out this mushroom and goes over to this table in the corner and starts doing various corners, various sort of alchemical things with it. You were longer than I expected. Did something keep you?
You know, just mutated, zombie dog things that obliterate into golden dust. The usual.
He raises his eyebrows. Like, what did you encounter in there?
Do you know the ruin that's not a ruin that has the glowy big orb?
Yeah, with
The barrier thing?
with some runes around it.
Talking about the wards. Yes, minor, harmless side effects can occur from them. It's nothing to worry about, I assure you.
That wasn't harmless.
So is it really common for it to spit out, glitchy dogs
I tried to eat you.
that puff into gold dust and get sucked back down? Because that's what it did.
Those wards have been there for over 400 years. For them to be showing minor eccentricities it's to be expected. And I don't have the time to go around fixing every single ward across the barrier reaches just for the sake of a bit of wildlife.
Breakdown looks at Viver. Oh God, cannot do it. My tongue won't do it.
Can you just not say "va"?
I don't know. Va. I can do it. Viver. Va. I can't do the last part. I don't know. No. Looks at her. So break them when we see them. Just break
Do not.
all of it.
I
Don't.
shrug.
You're starting to sound like some of those forest hugger wahoos.
No, but
Don't
but
break.
Well, if the choice is be
High
eaten by
Druid
it,
probably would pay me quite well for breaking them. Thanks now. Putting hand to chin. Actually, I should look into that. I
The
get
high-
paid a lot for being
The
paid.
High Druid, the High Druid would see this entire town and the entire Dragon Empire drowned in green. Forest and beast, all our great works, covered and sent to ruin.
so then what's the problem with fixing them?
That
I guess I think I read something about that.
What's that, Aiden?
I think that I read something about that. About what this guy is saying.
As I've said, they're incredibly old, and I simply do not have the time to go and repair every single one. Gain
How do
some
you fix them anyway?
Yeah.
Another reason to burn this down to the ground.
He looks up sharply. He's just like, listen, you've done this thing for the town of Greenswall, so I'll forgive you for talking about things that you know absolutely nothing about. But try and gain some perspective. We are in the middle of a political crisis that could shake the entire northern reaches. A few sick animals and poorly trees, that doesn't really compare to what's going on now.
So if I break them, it becomes more apparent. Good. Still wondering how much she'd pay me for breaking them too. How do I get in contact with Hydroid? Just mumbling to herself now.
I'm sure you've got some friends who could help you. So he sort of He finishes what his brew. He finishes what it is, and he sort of hands it over to Ada, and he's like, "Now, if that's all it is, make sure he gets one of those, a dose of that, every day, for the next 3 days, twice a day." And he sort of just moves past. And he goes to shoulder past you, Vera.
Okay. Should I
Thank you
give
for
this?
helping us.
Should I give this to the diplomat or to the dwarf?
The diplomat.
Okay. Got it.
And yeah, like Vera, as he goes past, you notice that his shadow seems a bit more agitated than usual. Last time you've seen it, and he just sort of like wordlessly, even like after you say thanks for your help, he's just sort of wordlessly goes past you with a rather pinched look on his face.
Oh.
I'm okay with that.
Huh. Alright.
Mace one takes a swig of drink she found.
Yeah, I mean, the dwarf seems to have like a pretty sizable stockpile. Did you hear any of this, Mason, or are you in the other room?
Considering I commented earlier, I think it'd be here.
Cool.
So, yeah. I would have found a drink and then came back. Let's not keep them out of my sight. They may try running away.
And this dwarf's sort of outside with you, and he lights this. He finishes drinking, and he lights this. He pulls out this like super long pipe, and lights it. And he's like, I don't believe I ever had the chance for thanking you and your friends for getting us out of that little bind yesterday.
Looks at dwarf, and in your best interest, you best not tell anyone I was there.
He takes another puff of his pipe. He's like, I can respect other people's secrets.
Good.
Why were you there?
You don't need to know.
Why did you have a shiny blue rock that exploded the entire basement?
Yeah, that will be.
There you go.
Yeah, I think we all want to know that.
Yeah, Mace probably would have brought that. Yeah, what's with the rocks?
Yeah.
I'm disclose that information. Not look fondly upon such a disclose of personal. He starts listing for like a bunch of legal jargon.
Are there any guards around?
No, other than Aiden and Jan, no.
Knife to neck.
Huh?
Pressing knife to neck. You want to rephrase that? Or should I just, slap this across your face now?
What are you threatening him with?
I'm putting a knife to his face. Basically the neck area.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
Yes. I want it.
Well,
What do you have to roll on that?
The only thing would be Grifter. If that's applicable, I have no idea. Grifter's basically...
You've got assassin, haven't you?
Yeah, and I really hate dwarves, so I would have killed him. Like, she means it.
Alright. Roll using your assassin background.
Okay. A20 plus 4, right? Sure.
you get a 1.
No. I would love to see what happens if I got a 1 trying to put a knife to someone's face, but no. Ah.
Oh, ship.
Oops. Shit. Accidentally. God damn it.
Oh, someone left the roll 20.
Yeah, that was me. Alright, so he doesn't really look impressed. You think this is the first time I've been roughed up by interested parties? Look, I can understand that you guys seem to have some kind of interest in the town of Greenswall. So that means we share some kind of interest. Our goals are aligned. Now, I'm not going to ask you why you're here or what you guys were doing in that basement. And I'm not going to tell you what I was doing in that basement.
So, can I ask you a question?
Mace one still has an F snake really wanting to slit his throat right now.
So, can we just get a name? I don't really care where you got it from. And I don't really care what you're planning to do with it. But can I get a name of an object? Theoretically, if there was a blue rock that exploded, what would it be called?
Yeah.
Wherever my... Okay, wait. Yeah, sure. Are you trying to, like, sweet talk him or something? Or, like, do good cop, bad cop? You could probably roll on your information broker if you want.
Yeah, kind of. That's gonna take a sec. I don't remember what my information broker was.
3.
3.
Well, that's what's down on your character sheet. So it's your ability modifier plus your level plus that. Okay, I say that. Okay, so he sort of shifts a bit. It's like, could you call off your friend? It's difficult to talk when she's shaving my beard.
I'm going to very friendly, throw my arm over May and pull her backwards so she's over by me some.
Jan's sort of starting to look between this. He seems to be deciding whether he should care or not. Then he sort of just goes he sort of walks out. He's like, I'll just keep watch out here, and he sort of just walks off outside, has a look around.
He's a good guard.
Good.
I like him.
Not getting. I think it's more the fact he's not getting paid enough.
I wish there were more guards like
Aiden, what are you doing when these guys are pretty much just threatening and these two elves are threatening and coercing someone you've kind of agreed to protect.
Yeah. And Mace One has intent to murder him if she wanted to.
Well, I guess I'll.
Very much.
Well, if Maceman is the bad cop and Hiccup is a good cop, I guess I will be the neutral cop.
Yes.
Just not getting involved.
Yeah. Hey, I'd be like, hey, there's a war around the corner, maybe because of all of this. So, and this girl is is about to kill you. So you better speak about that gem and what are you doing here?
He sort of looks. He sort of looks left and right before taking He picks up one of the mugs on his desk and takes a particularly long swig, and he's just, we don't really have a name for them other than glowing rocks. I mean, the guys from the Empire that came down to have a look at them, they had some fancy science name for them, but don't have any problem with the elves. But
Okay.
Foreman,
And
there were elves here. I suspect when I die, there will still be elves here. We've lived with the humans and the elves in Greenswall for years, no problem. But then, on one of our routine expansions of the mining complex, we uncovered these blue glowing crystals. At first, we didn't. Well, it must be something pretty rare. So we called in some outside help. 2 men from the Empire came down, as well as a higher up from Dwarven Kingdom. It turns out these gems were from a previous age, and they contain powerful magical potential.
Right.
It's the very least they can do.
The only thing I've seen them do is implode.
Well, yeah, I mean, even if they did that, they would be pretty scary. If you could harness magical explosions and give them to someone who can't do magic, that's potential enough to kill. But
So how do you keep them from not exploding? Or how do you keep them from exploding?
And he pulls out this sort of like, he reaches into his like little overcoat. Looks like a sort of handkerchief. It's like a small little coin purse, and he sort of hands it to you, and it's this weird sort of, it's this strange material. And on closer inspection, it's got all these weird markings on it that look dwarven. These, if we carry them in these, the material of that pouch negate some of their properties, but no one else knows about this. We've been keeping it quite quiet. Like the only people who know about this are me, the diplomat,
Mace one smiles under her face cloak.
a few other the dwarves who discovered it, and the bigwigs that were sent down from the Empire and the dwarven capital of Anvil. But I assume that's what the assassin was here for last night. No, the night before last.
Is he talking about me or the other assassin? Mason kind of mumbles.
But the ones in the mine, they're only the top layer. And they're not pure, but the bigwigs that were down said there may be more in this area of significantly higher purity and power. And he reaches into his another one of his many pockets and pulls out another one of these crystals, again wrapped in this pouch. And you look at it, and it's he sort of shows it up to you. Or like black streaks and veins in it, like dark things. It's not blue. It's not clear blue all the way through. This is one of the first ones we found. As you can see, I'm not sure if you got a good look at the one last night before it blew half of the Baron's wine and ale stores to hell and back. But the deeper we dig, the more powerful and full of magical potential they get, and we believe there are more deposits, larger deposits in this area around Greenwall and even in the glowing forest itself.
So is that why there's a bunch of dwarves having like a military reunion out front?
No, that's... one of the, well, he's the dwarf higher up that came down from the dwarven capital. He's pretty much in control of this entire region. And its mining deposits. The entire barrier reaches from Chill's Wall to the glowing forest. I assume he got wind of what happened last night, and given the fact the assassin was, he sort of clears his throat and looks at you, of a certain race, he seems to feel a show of force will help cow things back into submission. He arrived this morning and has been, well, he's been shouting at anyone that will listen to him.
Have anything of particular interest? No offense, but I don't want to particularly go over there and listen to him myself. He's not exactly friendly to my kind.
Pretty much that's all he's been saying. All elves should leave, and if the humans knew what was good for them, they would pack off with the knife ears, if you'll pardon the term.
I've heard worse.
Again, a lot of the original dwarves here don't want a war with the elves. We're fine sitting on our side of the fence while you sit on the other.
So, do you think that one of those could take out a barrier? Not saying that we should, May, but do you consider that this is a possibility?
Are you just saying this in front of him?
But before we did that, we'd have to see if the druid would pay me.
I'm just saying, I think that the poor animals are suffering a lot for the fact that dwarves, elves, and humans will try to kill each other forever.
So I think I've kind of lost the road of this conversation. What are you guys talking about now?
We might be asking you for a sample.
Mara's gonna...
I can't just... I shouldn't have even told you this. I'm not going to just randomly start handing these things out to you.
2 up. Yep. Mason's gonna finish off her drink and beat him in the head with the bottle. Try not to.
You would pay.
Oh, the levity. So, even if I wanted to, which I don't, when the first thing Fjorn did when he got here was take control of the last supplies that I mined. They appear to appear in small deposits, so we only mined a small sample from the mines before we ran dry, and that's been taken into custody by Overseer Fjorn.
Is it here in the town?
I don't know where he's hidden it, if that's what you're asking. It's way above my pay grade.
We understand. We appreciate the friendship, though. Keep us in the loop if there's anything interesting going on. We don't really want to see everything devolve into fighting and bloodshed either. It's not very good for business.
Can I knock him unconscious with a beer bottle?
Why?
Because I want the gem he's wielding and the cloth.
I am going to turn and walk outside with our other guard friends.
Yeah, you can punch this dwarf who's you can, but
Look, it's either that or Mason's gonna stab him later. It's either knock him unconscious now and take it, or, wait until his companions leave and stab him later. In his sleep. And take it.
this This. If you just hit this guy, it's gonna have repercussions. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you from doing it. But given the fact that it's pretty much a tipping point between like out and out fucking race war.
Okay.
I don't think like this mysterious elf who turned up I don't think it's a good idea for this mysterious elf to just hit this dwarf foreman.
Hey, come on, we have bigger
Stop trying to derail my plot.
I'm playing the character. Sorry, that's what you would do. Unless someone else stopped her, but...
Fine. Roll your bloody assassin thing to just knock him out with his tankard.
I'm gonna call Maid over the door.
To stop her, like, mid... Just looks at you, wielding the bottle above her head, just looks at you. Fine.
I need to go.
Fine.
I'm just gonna stand here. I'm just gonna wait here and get sure no one kills anyone.
Jan walks back in. He's just like, well, I think the coast is clear, and he sees like you sees Mason with this like, bottle above her head. Aiden just like standing in the corner, and Vera like trying to climb out of a window by the look of it.
And he's just the door.
Oh, the door's over here.
Oh.
Door.
And he just like he just sort of like shakes his head and just like, Aiden, you are just the worst bodyguard I've ever met. And he just turns around and walks out.
To be fair, May is a belligerent drunk.
I may be the worst, but at least you have heard of me.
She's technically not drunk.
He doesn't know that.
Oh my god.
I played.
The Baron's and like he's like just is that like a car or something? Yeah, like so like Jan comes in and says just like, you're the worst bodyguard, the Baron's on the way upstairs. And the Baron sort of like he follows through that. Do you like try and hide the bottle or something, Mason, or you just gonna hit him over the head with it anyway?
I'm just gonna put it down.
You got some time, probably.
She's just gonna put it down.
Alright.
Oh, bitch.
So the Baron sort of like comes in. And you're like, like the Baron goes up to he's like, Chief Copper Slam, I trust you're feeling better. And he's sort of just like staring at May, like half just like Copper Slam the dwarf just kind of like staring at May, like half in surprise, half in just like fear, and he just kind of like goes, yeah. He just like he just runs out. He just like sort of briskly walks out. As he goes past, he kind of like tries to like keep a bit of distance between like himself and you, Vera. As he walks out.
Aww.
I'm sorry.
I've been nothing but sweet.
I'm sorry. Why is he walking out? You cut up when you did that, so I heard was him walking out.
He pretty much just like he's pretty much just like you raise the bottle like above your head, like going to hit him. And he sort of like leaned back a bit. Then you just put it down, and the Baron came in. And he kind of looks at you like, oh, okay then, I'm just gonna go now. Yeah. So the Baron sort of like walks in. Again, dabbing his head with this like this handkerchief thing, this doily sort of handkerchief thing. You reckon it's probably some kind of like tick of his. And he walks. He's like, Aiden, I got word that you were back, and the mage has synthesized the antidote. Good job, all of you. Especially you, Aiden. I'm very pleased about how the way you led your way through the forest. I know it can be a bit difficult at night.
Yes, it is quite difficult and dangerous at night, but hey, we did it, and the diplomat is safe for now.
And you seem to have acquired a new friend. He looks over at Vera and does sort of he takes Vera's hand and kind of does sort of a bow with it.
Oh yeah.
Not Vera. Fuck, not Vera.
I was gonna say.
No, Mason sort of like bows. He's like, Baron Hotel Barbon at your service.
Mason would curtsy.
Fair lady.
She'd curtsy. I didn't make up the aliases yet. She just not say her name.
That over there is Miss May.
Damn it.
An absolute pleasure to her. And did she help you in the forest? Is she one of the the wood elves that live in the forest?
He looks at him very, very disgusted.
He doesn't seem to notice.
Oh no, sir. She's a friend of mine from previous towns.
Oh well, a friend of the Lady Vera is a friend of mine. Please, do you have lodgings in town, or do you need a spot somewhere, perhaps in here? I assure you, I have plenty of rooms.
Would she take it? Because right now she lives in a closet.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna lie. The healer's retreat, like the rooms in there, they're not the best.
It's a bed in a closet. I remember this from first session. We discussed this. It was a bed in a closet. She's like, if you have lodging here, that'd be wonderful.
Sure thing.
Okay. Wires.
She's not quite used to the fancier lifestyle, so you'll have to pardon her.
No, that's. Family itself was simple craftsmen. My father started his business, and our family's rise to success with nothing but a dream and 200,000 gold pieces.
Oh well, they've done well, and you've done good to hold up the name.
Have you, Aiden?
Huh?
Did you give him the antidote, the diplomat?
Yes. Yes, I.
Okay.
Yes, I do have it. I do have the antidote, my lord. The other guy who was here told me that we should give it to him for 3 times a day for 3 days, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I'll have this done immediately. Thank you again for visiting. First, was there much trouble in there?
Well,
some of the creatures in there can be frightfully intimidating.
Yes, they may be intimidating, but they're not. But they're just animals. They're not very good at fighting.
Oh shit!
Well, it's been a while since I've been to the Glowing Forest. I mean, not since I originally surveyed this place.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, we weren't attacked by normal animals. They were like wolves. Yeah, they were like wolves made out of magic or something. They were golden. They looked very strange, and after we killed them, they just turned into dust.
That is odd. Golden magical art. I'll have to consult the maiden.
Maybe.
We've let him know, though.
Looks at the
Just
Baron.
to let you know, he's a bit peeved about this already.
Looks at the Baron. Do you have anything, like, just hypothetical, do you have anything maybe big enough to destroy a ward?
Why would you ever want to destroy a ward?
No, just wondering.
Hey,
if
where
you
would
did.
you get that crazy idea?
Yeah.
They protect the town.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just a hypothetical
I mean-
question.
When I first got here, the glowing forest was a scant half a kilometre away from the town, and wolves and other horrible creatures attacked and preyed on the town horribly. It was only once those wards were reactivated by the the people at the the mage at the Grey Monolith, that we managed to beat. I don't remember there being any glowing animals. Was anything else?
For what I remember, no, not much.
Just, all the seasons happening all at once. I think the wards need a little tune-up.
The archmage
wow.
seems to
Maybe some supervision.
That's the job of the wizards and the sorcerers at the Grey Monolith. I believe it is written in the script, and he sort of. I believe it's written in the Constitution of the Barrier Reaches that maintenance and care of the various wards belongs to the Archmage and his students. If they're being neglectful in their duty, then this might be a cause of digging into this. And he sees Jant in the corner. He's like, "You there? I want you to lead an expedition along with." He points to sort of Jant, who's sort of in the corner, just sort of like lurking by the doorway, like peeking in. He's like, "I want to send word to the Grey Monolith. I want these accusations brought to light. If it is something to do with the failings of the wards, then it must be dealt with immediately. Also, maybe get in touch with that what was her name? The woman who appeared at the ball with the wooden mask. Harshroot. That was it. See if you get hold of her wherever she is as well. This. And he sort of looks a bit troubled. He's like, "Thank you for bringing this to my attention. As mayor and governor of this town, I'll do some inquiries into this." He walks out. If there's nothing else.
No, that is plenty. Thank you very much.
He does sort of a little bow and walks out.
Did I just do a free favor for the High Druid? Son of a bitch.
Dan,
What?
sorry that you got stuck with that job.
So what are you guys doing now?
I'm gonna go take my business card and go to the place that it told me to go.
What's her name? Dreeth or Serith. Yeah, so Mason's probably, if nothing else is going to happen, Mason's probably going to go find one of her two people, Serith or Dreeth. How do you pronounce their names? Darith or Serith. And tell them about, the dwarf in the manor with the crystal thingy that they might want to appropriate.
Alright.
wherever she can find
Well,
them.
let's just have a small break for maybe 5 minutes, and then I will be right back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm with it.
Stop
Sounds good.
recording.
Just have a comfort break, everyone.